Visit us on the web at www.coolwavepictures.com/radio.
Wavelength Radio presents Cameron Cooper,
Robin Egan,
Brian McKenzie,
and Charles Peterson,
bringing you today's hottest topics. This is the Roundtable.
Hello and welcome to the Roundtable. What did you say, Brian?
Robin, where are you?
Yeah, Robin had his guest, Travis, on, and they're looking for his glasses. What do you think about that, Brian?
Travis just flew in from the planet Mars, and you can't go back to Mars without his glasses, I guess.
Wow, I didn't even see him have his prescription glasses. What an interesting character, wasn't it?
He was very, he's just a man of love.
Would you?
He found him.
Oh my God!
Here
He is, Travis. Wow, what's up?
Hey guys.
Wow, Travis, did you find your glasses? You're interrupting our show.
No, I'm sorry, I'm still looking for them.
Uh-oh. Well, Robin will be with us momentarily, and thank God we have a long intro song, Brian, because we got 6.5 minutes of music left for our intro. What do you think about that?
Whoa!
So, there's really no roundtable with just the two of us. Just the two of us.
Oh, we can make it if we try.
I wish we had the capability here at Wavelength Radio that we could type in any song that we can think of and just play it. What do you think, Brian?
The possibilities would be endless.
I'm going to start calling you Travis.
Whoa. Well, I think he might have sprayed that inhaler in my face.
Oh, did he really?
Feeling a little funky. I don't know. He came in and just handed me his asthma inhaler. What the hell?
That's interesting.
He's, he loves to give. He loves to handshake and wants to just hug everybody. So,
Brian McKenzie, Facebook or Twitter? Twatter.
Well, I'll go with Facebook.
Okay, I'm going in with Facebook as well. Robin Egan.
I'm gay.
All right, thank you, Robin. Brian, we got to get to the topic because before you know it, it's going to time to play that outro music that we have here on the Roundtable. I mean, we only got a few minutes because, we got great topics to talk about tonight. I actually marketed this show as being very dark and sick. What do you think about that?
It has its dark, its sick, and its humorous moments.
Dude, it was weird because I was looking for topics on the Roundtable, and there's a lot of topics that we'll be talking about tonight that are very dark and disgusting.
Ooh.
Yeah, look at that. We're not going to talk about this now. We'll wait for Robin. But look at that. Don't tell the audience what that is. Do you know what that is, Brian?
It's a little added protein.
Yeah, isn't that gross?
Unwanted, undercooked, raw type of beast.
Brian, now, you have a full-time job. Do you check Facebook while you're at work? Are you one of those employees that are not, you take a little break from your work and check Facebook?
Sure.
Well, apparently...
I'm sorry.
Ahead.
Yeah,
go.
I have a standing desk, so my computer sits high above everybody else, so I always have to be cautious on certain emails that come in. One of my friends sent me an email, opened it up, and it's two chicks naked in a 69 position. I almost had to rip down my computer, throw it on the floor.
Could you imagine if your supervisor walked by at that exact time? Because, that's the luck I have.
It would have given me time to get a plane ticket to fly back east, to thoroughly kick his ass, and then have him find me a job. But yeah, we get our breaks and lunches, and you check Facebook. I see a lot of... It's funny, I never got into Facebook, but as I walk around, if I have to go to the John or something, I see 90% of the office looking at Facebook.
Well, here's a report, Brian. Apparently, employees spend 1 to 2 hours a day on their computer doing personal things, including... Hey, there he is!
Hey, Robin! What's up?
How's it going, guys? How's it going? I missed you.
Yeah, Brian. Well, here's our topic now that you're here. Brian, do you mind if we give him the pick again?
Sure, go right ahead. Did Travis
Go for
get his spacecraft back to Mars? Okay.
Spacecraft back to Mars?
Yeah, isn't that where he's from?
Yeah, he hopped on board. He got himself a ride, and he's going to be heading back to his interplanetary home base.
Dude.
Well, that was an interesting guest you had on, but we got to
Thank
get to
you.
the topic. Robin, according to a report, employees spend 1 to 2 hours. Wait, what was your pick? We didn't give him a pick, did we?
Give me a pick.
Facebook or Twitter?
Facebook. Facebook. I don't even know what Twitter is.
Okay. Well, apparently, according to a report, employees are spending 1 to 2 hours a day on their computer at work doing personal things, including Facebooking. And what this report is saying is that this is the new cigarette break. What do you think of that? I mean, Brian, you smoke. Robin, you used to smoke.
I used to.
Well, you still smoke something else.
Hookah, of course.
Oh, of course.
Hookah. Absolutely. I think that something like this comes around. If there's no restrictions, it is kind of something that you go to because of your curiosity on what people are saying. And if you put something on Facebook, you get pop-ups letting you know somebody responded. So then you got to look at that, and then you want to read everybody else's. And someone puts up a new picture, and you wonder if they're going to be nude photos, and you check that out. And yeah,
we were just talking about his nude picture find at work.
Hell yeah! Status updates, boobies, it's all good.
Now, Robin, what do you think of this? I mean, you're not employed right now. You're a full-time.
Thanks for rubbing it in, jerk face.
Well, I made up by saying you're a full-time student.
freeload up.
Full-time student and artist. Yeah.
I don't know what kind of art you've done yet.
I smear poop on things. Oh. Yeah, I don't know. People like the status updates. Facebook is addicting. I'm on it all the time, sadly.
Do you have this anxiety, Brian, that, like, if you post a bulletin on Facebook, or do you have this anxiety that you have to go, like, 15 minutes later and see if somebody's responded to that?
Well, I get pop-ups, so if someone responds, it lets me know, and then then curiosity just takes over, and then I have to read that email.
Why can't we wait until after work? I just don't understand that, Robin. What do you think? Why do people have this addiction to Facebook?
It's the common American dream that I want it, and I want it right now. I want to know what people think about me.
This is interesting. According to CareerBuilder.com, 10% of employers have had problems with employees violating social networking problems. 8% of them have actually fired them for it. Do you think that's, Brian, something that you should get fired for?
I think, I think, you get, like everybody else, you get a second chance. You could be Michael Vick and kill dogs, and now he's back in the NFL. So I think after a few warnings, if it's getting a little out of hand, and then you continue to not follow the rules, then yeah, you get let go.
Well, I got to be honest with you guys, and Robin, you can back me up on this, but if I had a business and my employees were looking at Facebook 1 to 2 hours a day, I would dock them pay. What do you think?
Oh yeah, totally. Work is work. You should be focused on it. I mean, if you have a lunch break, there's no reason that you shouldn't be allowed to hop on the Facebook, but during work hours, no, it's unexcusable.
Brian, Facebook titties. What do you think? Do you think Facebook should allow tits?
Why? Well, yeah. I mean, if you have to confirm somebody as a friend, it's not like it's out there like Craigslist, everything. So if someone wants to put their hooters on there, I guess it's fine.
Robin.
I think you would have too many underage people showing their boobs on there.
All right, well, that's topic number 1. Nobody likes twatter. I like twatter.
Fuck twatter.
Twatter.
Twitter. We'll be back on the roundtable.
The vaginal disease from Paris Hilton.
You are listening to the Round Table. We will return after this.
You're listening to Wavelength Radio from Cool Wave Pictures.
Visit us on the web at www.coolwavepictures.com/radio.
Wavelength Radio presents Cameron Cooper,
Robin Egan.
Brian McKenzie.
And Charles Peterson.
bringing you today's hottest topics. This is the Roundtable.
Hello, and welcome back to the Roundtable. I'm training these guys on how to use the broadcaster. Kind of. See, when you start talking, after you activate your microphone, you lower the volume.
There's so many buttons.
No, it's really easy, man. Who am I, Robin?
Okay, Mr. Travis Johnson.
Man, it's really easy. I hope he doesn't get offended that I'm making fun of him.
No, he's a real cool guy.
Yeah, he is a real good guy. Brian?
See on the slip side of the sun, man.
This has actually been a very pleasant roundtable tonight. I wonder why.
I don't know. It's the energy in the air. He just brings a good, awesome energy.
Is it because I can actually read the topics and when camera...
What are you talking about? Government! I have to go back to something I was talking like 6 hours ago.
That was a real laugh, Brian. All right, the round table's about to get dark and disturbing. Brian McKenzie, incest or rape? Wow, what a tough one.
Holy crap.
I told you round table was going to get sick and disturbing.
Incest.
Robin Egan. I almost called you Robin McKenzie. Robin Egan.
It's the love child of Robin Egan and Brian McKenzie. Sadly, I'm going to go with rape, I guess.
Wow!
Incest is terrible. It's a sick and disturbing sexual fantasy, and rape is just about power.
Okay, I'm going with incest, but we got to talk about this, Robin, don't we, Brian?
I would believe we have to do a little further investigation into
You
this.
would force a woman over sleeping with your sister.
This is... Oh, God.
I told you it was going to be a rough round table tonight.
Yeah, well, incest is more of like a creepy, sexual, dirty thing, and I guess rape is, from what I'm told, is always about, you know, like power and stuff like that. There's usually nothing sexual about it.
Brian, what do you think? I think there's a lot of sexuality to that. I mean, people are horny and they rape somebody.
It's not about being horny.
I think they're both on the same playing level, and they should be punished accordingly.
Of course.
By having their genitalia removed.
Yes.
I know,
Placed on a hot dog bun.
But if you have...
with lots of ketchup that we have here at the Charles Peterson house.
No. That was a real laugh.
I got it.
That wasn't a Cameron Cooper fake laugh. But no, seriously, if I had to pick between the two, you have to pick one. I would have to say incest.
As being the more deplorable act. Is that right?
No, I would say that would be the more enjoyable one than rape.
Okay.
You're ridiculous.
Are you serious? That's ridiculous.
Yeah, these are both very disturbing topics, but I don't know. Like incest is, I mean, it's family. If you end up having a love child out of it, it'll be all dee and stuff. Yeah.
All right. Well, let me get to this topic. There is a man in New Jersey, actually Patterson, New Jersey.
Know it.
You know where that's at, so
Yes,
they
I
have a lot of
do.
incest problems there because this man is accused of impregnating his daughters. Now, let me finish this. Insisting all offsprings be born at home to avoid registration. Constantly threatened his children with the reminder that no one knew they existed. His ex-wife was testifying on Wednesday. Now, he would say to the children that no one knew about their births, that if they speak to anybody, he would kill them, cut them up, and bury them. This is very disturbing, but I think it needs to be talked about. A pretrial testimony and opening statements from the prosecution said that the man was driven by apocalyptic... Is that how you say that word?
Apocalyptic?
Yep. Visions to try to create a pure family by impregnating several of his teenage daughters so that only his offspring would remain when the world came to an end. First of all, this guy's a psycho, don't you think, Brian?
Absolutely.
It goes on to say the man's former wife testified that he constantly read the Bible. Another thing why religion is bullshit. Bill Moore, come on the show. I would love to have a great conversation with you about this. And he would also read other religious texts and spoke of being incarnation of. He's claiming that he's an incarnation of Jesus Christ, basically.
That makes me sick.
And he would make his ex-wife refer to him as my God.
That's fucking crazy.
If the maybe he wanted, I'm sure the wife was thinking, my God, how did I get into this? So that brings me to the question: how does a girl or how does a woman fall in love with a guy like this, or is it something that she finds out later, Brian McKenzie?
Wow. Well, we all have our dark secrets. And but this one seems to like kind of sit out there on their own, and I'm not sure when she left or what their arrangement. If they got divorced before this started happening, or afterwards, and this was something that she was unaware of.
Robin Egan.
It's gross. It's ew. I can't even talk about it. Like I'm even baffled that the subject gets brought up and that people are that sick to actually have this happen in real life.
Well, it is very disturbing, and I don't know why I wanted to bring it on tonight's roundtable, because I think it would make it's a serious topic here. I mean, first of all, I'm not religious. No,
me
Brian,
neither.
Are you religious?
Yes.
Okay, Robin?
I'm what I like to call a mystic.
What is that?
I'm
Are
like
you a fairy?
No, I'm a mild version of what Travis is. I mean, I'm all about the energies in life, not necessarily God as a person, but as like something that puts stuff in motion.
Well, that makes more sense to me. Brian, how religious are you?
I believe in my Creator and my Savior, and I stick by that. And I know that there's crazy people in the world, and I'm proud to be a Roman Catholic. I don't throw myself in with the Christian thing. It's always Christian. I am a Roman Catholic.
Well, I'm Catholic. I'm supposed to be Catholic.
Okay. Well,
were you an
that's
altar
probably
boy?
what fucked me up.
And actually, I would be all for a nice big Bible burning. Get a bunch of Bibles, make a nice little stack, get a little gasoline. Put a little stake in the middle of it all. Tie this guy up to it, and let's light him on fire
with Bible flame.
Now, why is it that when people do sick and disturbing stuff, Brian? I'm going to ask him real quick. Robin.
Go for it, Charles.
Why do people? Because you're the most religious person in the room, probably, and we're still friends, right? Even though
absolutely,
I believe in science more than anything else, because that makes sense to me. Chemical reactions. We're all a chemical reaction. We weren't. To me.
It's logical.
Right. So, Brian, why do people who do sick stuff like this is one sick son of a bitch, okay? Even though I picked incest for my pick, this guy's still a sicko, okay? I'm going to tell you guys that right now. But why is it that this guy has to take and blame the Bible or say he is the Jesus Christ, Brian? Why are people like this?
Because he's mentally deranged, doing a lot of drugs, acid, and going into deep, dark thoughts.
Wait a minute, Travis didn't do that.
Yeah, Travis isn't a molester of his family.
Right.
Well, his brain is maybe still has a few particles left in it. This guy is gone. And the only thing I can think of is that he's going by the Old Testament, which, is sometimes could be up for debate. We all have to come from somewhere. And, I think Abraham was one that had like 1,000 children. So I don't know if he's into that, thinking that that's the way it is. But he's just a sick dude. Put down the Bible, dude.
Robin,
pick up a gun. Pull the trigger.
Robin, why do you answer that question? Why are people that are sick usually Bible thumpers?
Well, I think the real...
Do they read too much into it?
Well, my real question is why can people that are quote-unquote Bible thumpers use like Christianity as a reason to do stupid things, and people just kind of discount it, but then there's Muslim terrorists, and the Muslims, they think all Muslims are terrorists. I mean, that's the same as a Bible-thumping Christian who likes to have sex with his family. I mean...
I disagree, sir! Anytime there's a Catholic or a Christian that's involved in some kind of minute scandal, not like this one, It is all over the news. But some guy wants to blow up Times Square, and the mayor of New York, Bloomberg, says, well, it's got to be a Tea Party person pissed off about the healthcare bill. When it turns out to be the Muslim wants to do jihad. And that's not even talked about that much.
Real quick, Robin, if we didn't have religion, would the world be a better place?
No.
Brian McKenzie.
No.
All right, when we come back, we're going to topic number 3. Stay tuned to the round table. It's going to get dirtier.
You are listening to the Round Table. We will return after this.
You're listening to Wavelength Radio from Cool Wave Pictures.
Visit us on the web at www.coolwavepictures.com/radio.
Wavelength Radio presents Cameron Cooper,
Robin Egan,
Brian McKenzie,
And Charles Peterson.
bringing you today's hottest topics. This is the Round Table.
Welcome back to the round table. Since Cameron's show got canceled, he's not here tonight.
Woo! Sliced.
What do you think he's doing right now?
Humping that puppy. Nah.
Drooling.
Humping that puppy?
I think he's drooling on his pillow.
Why?
I'm pretty sure he'd be passed out by now.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Brian McKenzie, rape or incest?
Oh, no!
Again.
But anally this time.
This is part 2 of topic number 2. No, Brian McKenzie, a house or apartment?
House.
Robin Egan.
I want a house.
I want a house too, but I'm going to pick an apartment.
All right.
Apartment? Why apartment, Charles?
You don't have to mow your lawn.
I like mowing the lawn.
You don't have to pick weeds.
I like weed.
Well, I know you like weed.
Oh, weeds.
Weeds, you know you got to pick them up.
Oh, yeah, fuck that.
No, actually, I would move into a house if I could afford a Mexican to come do my yard.
Yeah.
Yeah, so anyway, this next topic is we all know about these foreclosures going on, don't we?
Yes.
Heard about it.
Brian, do you live in a house or an apartment?
I live in a house type situation.
Now, what the hell does that mean?
It's in a retirement community, and we have connected dwellings.
Wait a minute, you're in a retirement community?
Yes, I am.
You're not retirement age. What are you doing in a retirement community?
13 of my law.
If Cameron was here, he would be doing... Should we play a little bit of Cameron Cooper?
Yes.
Who?
Oh, you got to put the headphones on for this, Brian McKenzie. This was from, when was this, done?
A long time ago.
Yeah, this was done a long time ago. Let's see what it is. Wait, what? Mother of the Year! Yeah, of course, Mother of the Year.
My question is...
Mother!
Before by going through the same light, the same day with my middle finger up.
Left.
Well, I'm sorry, I was trying to let...
Where does the indecent exposure...
Indecent exposure ticket. You have to register as a sex...
Okay, so that was funny, wasn't it?
I guess.
I have a wet spot.
We got to get like one of those buttons with Cameron's laugh, don't we? So when he's not here, we can play his laugh.
It's our own personal laugh track.
That would be,
Yeah, exactly, but it's just Cameron Cooper.
Just Cameron Cooper.
awesome.
Here it is again.
I like
Should we
it.
do it again?
One more.
One more.
Indecent exposure
Well, we
ticket.
gotta hear
You have to register
Melissa.
as a sex offender.
Melissa, baby, where are you?
Melissa, thanks for doing the no-call, no-show treatment. I thought maybe that since there's 2 people hosting happy hour, that you would fill in for when Cameron's like drunken no-show.
I thought we had something special, Melissa.
Yeah,
and
me
you
too,
just,
Melissa.
you
Me
just
too,
barely-
Melissa.
Well, in Cameron's defense, you know, once you find yourself at the bottom of a bottle, man, those sons of bitches are tough to get out of.
It's an exposure ticket. You have to register as a sex offender.
That's funny, isn't it, Cameron? Anyway, let's get to our next topic. I kind of stalled a little bit because there's not much to this topic. In the next segment, we're doing the quick picks. Foreclosure mistake leaves woman locked out of her house. How do you get this? The headlines are rampant with stories of foreclosures, but there's one in particular in the Valley who shouldn't have been locked out of her house. Apparently, reporters came to the home, or not reporters, but reporters are reporting that a woman came home to discover that she had been locked out of her Scottsdale condo. What she found was a lockbox and a scribbled note taped to her door. According to the reporters, private companies hired by banks have made some mistakes due to the volume of homeowners going into foreclosure. Now, Brian, is Cameron Cooper working for these banks?
I don't think so, but it certainly sounds like he may be.
It's a new law.
It's a government. I don't know. Is it a government or is it private? I don't know.
Exposure ticket.
Did they get to the root of the problem on why they just got her name mixed up? She was up to due on her payments.
Because she said she made her payments on time every month. It was just because that there's so many foreclosures that they accidentally tagged her account. How do you fucking do that? I mean, you're looking at a computer and seeing a customer's payment history. What kind of brains are working at a bank? I can't even get a job at a bank because of my credit score. Can you believe that?
It must be Facebook. That's what it is. The bank tellers are Facebooking and fucking people.
Facebook's the devil.
And Cameron, what do you think about Brian's comments?
Sex offender.
Thanks, Cameron. You're always a gem.
It's the same thing. One time I came home and all the electric was off. It was off.
Wow,
and I call up and say, "What's going on?" Well, you have to go blah blah blah. And instead of going to 344, he went to 334, which is mine, and he sliced off my electric, fried my computer. And SRP didn't want to do a damn thing about it. I had to wait like 7 hours for the guy to come back out and turn it back on.
You had to wait 7 hours and the power didn't even go out.
Bullshit.
You know, I would have demanded, Brian. This is how and Robin, I deal with customer service issues very personal.
Give me some advice.
I will go in there and not stop until I get what I want.
Yeah.
Have you ever done that, Brian? Like when you had to return something?
That's Robin.
I'm
Robin. What did I say?
Shit, Brian.
It doesn't matter. Just next time I make a name fart like that, the person I say
just let her go.
Talking.
Let it go.
All right, I'll take it. No, I'm a pussy. If I get screwed over, I'm like, okay, I'll deal with it. I just won't go back.
I wouldn't have a problem with it, but I would probably be arrested for public intoxication. Get a few drinks in me, I'll get anything done.
Who does that remind you of?
Our hairy-livered friend.
Yeah. with a red face and a cigarette sticking out of it.
The Dingleberry.
That's like we need to do a live episode of the Best of the Round Table. Because this topic is not going to get us the best of the round table.
Oh, no.
So, that's just crazy. But how about if we take a break and get to the quick picks?
Okay.
Sounds good to me.
I like
it. Let's just say something funny.
I hope you're enjoying your fried chicken at Colt 45 Barbecue, Cameron.
Yeah. Wait, were you here? That's right. That was the clip I was actually looking for because he just laughed straight for 2 minutes. and you walked out of the studio. Tell us a little bit about that, Brian. You remember that, Robin?
I remember.
Oh, with the ethnic jokes flying, I just wanted to peek my head out the door to see if there was going to be any machine gun fire on my way to my truck.
The closet racist.
So
we'll be back to the round table. Stick with us for the quick picks.
You are listening to the Round Table. We will return after this.
You're listening to Wavelength Radio from Cool Wave Pictures.
Visit us on the web at www.coolwavepictures.com/radio.
Wavelength Radio presents Cameron Cooper,
Robin Egan,
Brian McKenzie,
and Charles Peterson.
bringing you today's hottest topics. This is the Roundtable.
Hello and welcome back to the Roundtable. I guess Cameron's not here tonight, so we could have invited Patrick over. Yeah. So, all right, we're going to our new segment. Well, it's not a new segment anymore. We've actually been doing it for quite some time. It's called the Quick Picks, and we go through as many topics as we can until the music cuts us off at the end of the segment. And now we're getting back to the disgusting part of the show.
Yummy.
Oh, look, there's a mouse in my bread. Wait, where's Cameron's laugh? No, I'm just kidding. There is an. This is an interesting. I wish we had the video feed up, but this is an actual picture of the dude finding a mouse in his loaf of bread.
There is a mouse in that bread,
and it's dead. But don't you feel sorry for the mouse?
Yeah, he's probably looking for a snack. Now he's a snack.
Yeah.
That's why Mickey...
In these economic times, why is this man complaining? People are starving!
Well, this happened in London, of all places. Why does weird stuff happen in London?
Hello.
Hello there, matey. Oh, no, is that Australian?
Would you like to come by and have some rat?
Yeah.
Some tea and crumpets.
Well, here's the...
And rat?
Remember, this is the quick pick, guys. It was hard to explain that a dead mouse baked into a loaf of bread. British officials have released the photo, which I'm looking at, we're all looking at, which provide that Stephen Forrest wasn't kidding when he claimed to find the wee creature while making sandwiches for his children. Now, first of all, guys, when you buy the loaf of bread, don't you examine the bread? Wouldn't you see? I mean, if you look at this photo, the mouse is clearly in the loaf of bread.
That looks rat-sized to me.
Well, it says a mouse.
I always give the bread a good squeezing.
Yeah, but
if it squeaks, it's bad.
Well, the photo definitely shows that it's legit, that it's been baked into the bread, because if you had to squish a mouse into this loaf of bread, the pieces would be all, bent up.
Yeah, the bread is obviously fused with the mouse as if to have been cooked with it.
There is a disgruntled bread worker in London.
Yeah, don't they do quality Q&A on this stuff? Well, a force who bought the bread from a supermarket in 2009 said Monday that he first thought the dark spot in the bread, branded Best of Both, was some poorly mixed dough. Well, why not? So this guy is going to end up suing the bread company, and he noticed that there was something wrong with this bread.
I thought it was just a big raisin in raisin bread.
What the hell's going on here, Brian?
These things are always quite skeptical because people can, maybe get a cheap lawsuit on this when they, you open up the bread, stick a mouse, give it a cooking, put it back in so who knows?
Well,
I don't believe it.
Here's one interesting point. The case wound up in court, and the company Premier Foods, who baked the bread, pleaded guilty to violating health laws and was fined. I mean, they pleaded guilty. That's basically saying we admit that there was a mouse in the bread, Robin, right?
Oops, my bad.
Brian?
Absolutely. Oh, I guess so. I guess they got mouse, rats, and mice running around their bread thing. I just want to know, pickles, mayo, or ketchup?
Well, I got plenty of ketchup. You know that.
What goes best on a mouse burger?
Mayo.
Mayo, yeah, mayo. I like
mouse
mayo.
burgers!
Well, here's the gruesome discovery that the customer whose name is last name is what is this, Stephen Force?
He eat the bread anyway?
No, get this. Force says his gruesome discovery made him feel ill. Well,
no shit!
Of course.
His name is Forrest?
It gets bad. Force.
No, it makes me more hungry.
Well, it gets more disgusting. He felt sick again when health officers noted that the mouse's tail was missing.
Ooh!
Perhaps already eaten in a sandwich.
Hold on a second. So this guy was eating this bread already that had this mouse very clearly baked into it, and he was thinking, maybe if I just eat around the edges.
Yeah, we pick off the mold.
Yeah. Brian, doesn't that make you feel sick?
Yeah, usually when I consume something and then reach into my bag of chips and pull out a testicle, I might feel a little queasy.
All right, next topic on the quick pick. A judge, hear me correctly, a judge hands out condoms hidden in acorns. Here's the story. This coming from Intercourse, Pennsylvania. A judge hid condoms inside acorns and handed them out to women in the state capitol complex last week. A summary charge of disorderly conduct was filed against the judge, who presides in low-level cases such as a district judge in Lancaster County. Now, what's wrong with this judge, Robin?
I think it's perfectly logical. It's
funny.
I think if you're trying to get your nut off, you have to get the nut off to get a condom.
Now, Brian, the judge is from Intercourse, Pennsylvania.
Is that a conservative block of Pennsylvania?
But
I think not.
But apparently, the judge was just trying to be friendly, not friendly, but funny, because he works in Intercourse, Pennsylvania.
You're some nuts.
You do the same thing, Brian?
Acorns?
Condoms and acorns.
They must have a lot of acorns. And apparently they're having a large death toll of squirrels and chipmunks who find themselves suffocating on a condom.
Well, apparently the only reason it went to court was because some female co-worker thought it was offensive, and you know how that goes.
Come on, baby. You like to get it in a course?
It was humorous. Get over it. But just because the man's... Is it difference because... Robin, is it a difference because he's a judge that he's probably shouldn't be doing things like this?
I'd like to see what this judge would do in the...
Your name's not Robin.
I actually have no opinion on the subject.
Next topic.
No, wait! I have another thing. What if this judge lived in this Connecticut town I passed by, and it's called Mianus? M-I-A-N-U-S. What would he do with that?
He would probably give you a gerbil and say, stick it up your
Oh!
All right, here's the next quick pick. Man almost chews on... No, we're not going to do that. California Park Farm... No, we're not going to do that.
Make up your mind.
Troubled West Pennsylvania
Picking on the PA people.
Pennsylvania, it's crazy.
Yeah, what's up with these stories coming from Pennsylvania?
Lots of woods.
The city lays off 9 police officers. Oh, no, I'm sorry. The city lays off 9, plus a police dog. The financial situation is so bad in Pennsylvania that the city, even its police dog, had been laid off. I mean... Seriously, at least the dog will go home, Brian, without its feelings being hurt. Or do you think the dog will have an emotional problem after being laid off of work?
I think that we'll see on the news tomorrow a large number of German Shepherd dogs with picket signs saying, "Let my people go!"
Quick,
and give me the kibbles.
I think, does the dog get unemployment, and does it go into rehabilitation for all the drugs that it has sniffed?
That's a racket right there.
That's a good, I hope so, for the dogs.
Now we're going to have our dogs sitting on the couch eating popcorn, smoking weed, taking my money. Woo! Sons of bitches. You bitches!
Next topic. California homeowner discovers a nude man under a bed. Here, listen to this story. This is great. This is great. This should have been like the first one. This actually should have been a regular topic because it was better than that third topic we had. Authorities in Orange County are searching for a burglar suspect found nude under a bed by a homeowner. Westminster police said that the suspect repeatedly apologized and put his pants on after he was discovered early Saturday. The man told the homeowner he was on drugs and ran from the house shirtless, wearing khaki pants. The homeowner told police he discovered the stranger when he heard rustling sounds coming from under the bed. What the hell would you do, Brian McKenzie?
I'd, let's see. Well,
that's actually a disturbing topic, too, isn't it?
Sure. As long as I'd hate to go in there and see a pup tent before I pull the covers back.
Why the hell would you be completely naked, Robin?
I know I did it for a different reason, but I'm honestly terrified. I'm terrified of things under my bed. If I found like a weird, strange, naked man under my bed, I would be terrified.
What Charles here is missed on the story here is that when the man was discovered after the people entered their house and they heard a strange noise coming from their bedroom, and it sounded something like this.
Oh, Cameron.
So he found Cameron Cooper naked under his bed.
Oof.
Robin, who's doing the final vent tonight?
The man has taken bed bugs too far.
All right, we'll come back with the final vent after this.
You are listening to the Round Table. We will return after this.
You're listening to Wavelength Radio from Cool Wave Pictures.
Visit us on the web at www.coolwavepictures.com/radio.
Wavelength Radio presents Cameron Cooper,
Robin Egan,
Brian McKenzie,
And Charles Peterson.
bringing you today's hottest topics. This is the Round Table.
Boy, that was a quick break, wasn't it, guys?
Yes,
Let me
it
pull
will.
up my pants and give myself a final wave.
We actually had a smooth show tonight. That's our round of applause.
Let's hound out the mouse burgers.
Yeah. Wow, what a topic, wasn't it? Well, I'm going to do the final vent tonight, and this final vent is really pissing me off. I'm sick and tired of alcoholics calling out to do their show. You know, I'm sick and tired of a talk show host who originally says, "Hey, let's get the radio show back on the air," and then bails on us.
Bullshit!
Wait, I'm not done with my final vent. And then another host of the show, we won't mention names, Cameron Cooper. I'm sorry, I stole that from you, Brian. Cameron Cooper. But then he just doesn't show up anymore because I don't, it's just, I'm tired of it. If you want to host a fucking radio show, get your fucking ass here and do it. If you cannot make it 1 week because you're too fucking drunk, we will pre-record your show and then air it technically live on your fucking show night. But stop calling out talk show hosts. I'm sick and tired of it. Including you, Chris and Cody.
Come on now!
Now, what do you think of this, guys? Do you think I'm right?
I think that there is time to put it down!
You need to own up to some responsibility and fucking be funny when you're supposed to fucking be funny.
And then a co-host of the show just does a no-call, no-show. I mean, she's supposed to be like half the battle.
What?
Isn't that crazy? I'm sick and tired of it. What do you think?
Fuck it!
Get your asses to the show!
Robin.
I love everybody.
I love everybody, too.
Yes,
I'm sure
we do.
I'm sure. I'm going to bullshit with you right now. I love everybody, too, and it's just for fun, right?
But if you no show, you become fodder. Is that right?
What?
Fodder?
I
Shit?
don't get it.
Part of the topic of discussion.
Yes, you'll get a fucking final vent, motherfucker. So don't fucking miss out on a show.
Or you will be
scumbag.
Or you will be molested by your family.
We're gonna make you rape and incest your family.
with a rat attached to a piece of bread, and then we're gonna take some Bibles and burn it at the stake.
We'll see you next week on the Roundtable.
You're listening to Wavelength Radio from Cool Wave Pictures.